So using that organizational profile to understand this is who we are. These are the things we're really good at. This is what we stand for. We have a jester culture here. So we have an awful lot of fun at work. We sometimes make jokes that don't land too well. Whoops, that's a part of who we are as well. So real honesty about what shows up and why.
And owning both sides, I think, I hear.
Yeah. So having that as a foundation, when they hire people at the second interview, they run a culture talk for individuals survey. And because their interviewers are trained to hear the patterns and understand what are the drivers and what maybe some of the challenges of each of the patterns, they can have a much more human to human, personal connection and conversation that makes that interview so much more effective. And not only that, then when they talk about the culture of the organization, they're using that same framework, that same language. So from day one, they're really building understanding about who are you, how might you fit here, and then sharing as they extend an offer and bring someone into the onboarding process. Hey, these are the profiles of all your colleagues. Here's the culture profile of our company and our leaders. Here's the ways it shows up in positive ways. Here's the ways in which they sometimes fall down and need to, as any human being, sort of pick themselves back up. It's not personal. It's not directed at you. So this continuum of experience.
Yeah, and I think I hear too, Teresa, it's not perfect because human being is perfect. No culture is perfect. And so I'm appreciating kind of this is us in that very authentic way.
Right. I mean, I go back to thinking about those, 53-foot billboards driving around on trucks. And I think when people are attracted to the message, they're attracted to the whole message. I know those trucks say celebrating faith and family, because that's an important part of the commitment, at that company. And families aren't perfect either, but they accept each other. They, they continue to come back and try again. And I think cultures can be that way too, when we have honest conversations that are unfolding around them.
Yeah. I want to point that article I mentioned that I posted today, 2022 is the year of workplace culture. One of the trends that the author points out is this desire for employees to feel connected. That's a tough thing for, leaders to get their head around. Like, how do I make somebody feel connected? It's so airy-fairy, right? But as we've described these two clients that have used the Culture Talk profiles, understanding the story, like being able to show up as who you are and understand what you're stepping into from a culture standpoint does create that sense of connection between employees and organizations.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, from an onboarding perspective, the more things that we can do to create clarity around, what it's like to be here, I think that we also invite people into being part of the solutions we need to work toward. So we have, a work in progress in every organization, an acknowledgement that, we have a certain set of goals, but we're not there yet. And we're taking steps and making strides toward a culture that we can all participate in, feel connected to, and be part of. And I think that one of the beautiful parts of working with Archetype and Story is, we do have those shadow sides, the things that go wrong. But when we can sort of accept responsibility for them, step back up, either as a culture or as individuals working on teams, then we can stick with it